Okay, y'all see I have the spawn of Satan behind me, okay? Let me just say this. There's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline about Diddy and the list and the videos. There's so much information. Like, it's like every day we're being bombarded with so much stuff. And I want to let you guys know, listen, the reason why they're putting this all out there, because you cannot tell me they have not known about this for years. This man have been committing these same crimes for like 30 years, okay? The reason why they're putting it on now, they got him or whatever now, it's a distraction. They're putting this all in the media. They're putting this all on news. I'm not saying this stuff is not true, because obviously it is, right? And now they're announcing that there's like 120 something victims that are coming out. They said over the span of 30 years, there were actually 3,000, but they're just taking 120 cases. It's absolutely ridiculous. And they said that half the people actually reported it. So now they have decided 30 years later to finally take this man down. And don't get me started on that. But I want you to understand that all of this stuff that they're coming down the pipeline with, they're distractions, okay? They're distractions. There's so much going on in the world. And I know that people are enamored by celebrities, and this is shocking, it's salacious. You know what I mean? Everybody's wondering, all these celebrities on this tape. These people are not who you think they are. I've known, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, even though some people may think I am, but I've known that for years. These people do not look up to these people, right? We're already actually in the Aquarian age. That is, all of this celebrity culture is gonna fall down. It's already falling down anyway. All of this Hollywood weird stuff, it's not gonna be the same as how it was before, okay? As you can see, things are changing. So stop looking up to people just because they're famous and they're well known. Like, it's ridiculous. You don't know these people. And I'm talking about, a lot of you guys are going to be very surprised about what's coming down the pipeline about, some people that's on this tapes. A lot of people have participated in this stuff with him. Some of them are your favorites. I'm sorry, they're your faves. Okay, Beehive, that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, let me just say this, right? Stop worshiping people you don't know, number one. And number two, nothing about people you don't know should surprise you. Nothing. None of this stuff surprises me at all. I'm just like, okay, next. So my thing is, don't get distracted. There's so much. We just had a whole crazy storm. There's like hundreds of people missing. Like, this is scary, right? And there's literally people like with no homes. So there's that. There's now that, Iran and Israel, there's a lot of stuff. And I'm not even trying to say this to scare you. There's the ports. There's just a lot going on. I'm not saying this to scare you. I think that if you're the type of person that has anxiety and you get wrapped up in world events, I would say just stop watching the news. Stop watching celebrity gossip. Really just focus inward. The times that you're supposed to focus inward are the times that they're going to come at you with distractions after distractions after distractions, okay? Do not get caught up in this, I have to know what's going on in the world. No, you don't. You got to know what's going on in your world. This is how we get distracted from, creating the best versions of ourselves. This is how we get distracted from our own health, because we're so focused on what's going on in this country. You need to focus on what's going on inside. Okay? I'm sorry. I wish that we can save the world. We can do our part, but we got to save ourselves. We can save the world by saving ourselves. Trust me. You can do a lot. Okay? If your health is not up to par right now, you need to be focused on that. You need to be focused on that instead of what they got going on with Diddy, all of this other stuff that's coming down the pipeline, okay? I want to say this too about what does this mean for women moving forward? I mentioned the Aquarian age, and if you have not looked it up, and let me just say this, because I know that people that have extreme views are gonna come on here and say, oh my God, the devil, thinking that this is against God. Listen. When people hear the term New Age, they get triggered. And as you can see, okay, with all this AI stuff, everything that's going on, we are in the New Age, whether you like it or not. I'm sorry. That's how it is. You can sit there and live under a rock, but that's just what it is, right? But in this New Age that we are going into, any crime done against women will be severely punished, okay? This is not Piscean culture anymore. This is the Aquarian age. You look it up, do some more research. If y'all want me to do some more videos on that, I might, incorporate it, talk about it a little bit more, right? Because I think it's it's important for people to know what's going on. All of this stuff that happened before, where men got away with doing unimaginable things to women, that's gone, okay? I would just want, whether it's sexual things or just, you know, any man that has a, like, that's coming down the pipeline. That's done. This is a time where women have always had a lot of power. Women have always had a lot of power. And I'm not a feminist, but women have always had a lot of power spiritually and intuitively, right? But after years of patriarchal systems, I'm not saying anything's bad or good, but I'm just saying that women have been stripped of their power and they've allowed their power to be taken away, okay? But we're done with that. We're done with that. Women are the same. How men used to get away with their crimes against women, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same, okay? So understand, if you're watching this and you're a man, be very careful. And when I say be very careful, you know, respect yourself, okay? Men cannot get away with the same, you know, abuse and all that stuff as they were getting away with before. That's done. That's done. And I'm telling you this not as a warning, but that's done. Understand what's really going on, okay? We're moving into a new age. It's done. So that's what I want to say. What does this mean for women? This means that, listen, women, we got to start trusting our intuition. We got to start being protective over our children, okay? And we have to understand that just because somebody is famous, or just because they're well-known, or just because they're rich, or just because they're internet famous or whatever, does not mean you should trust them with your children or even with yourself, right? Because people are meeting people more online now. We're going into different times, but be very careful and understand, just because somebody's one way online does not mean they're really that way in, you know, they're really that way in real life. And understand, you don't know what people do in their personal lives, okay? Be very careful. Maybe because I'm a Scorpio, so I'm just like, I don't put anything past anybody, you know, so nothing, absolutely nothing surprises me. This does not surprise me, okay? But understand that and let me just say this, for women that have had crimes done against them, whether they're, you know, physically, sexually, whatever, it's time to start reporting those crimes. It's time to start, if there's not a statute of limitations, I guess it's different in every state, it's time to start reporting. It's time to start reporting those crimes, okay? No matter who the person is. All right. I love you guys. Listen, don't get distracted. There's a lot going on. Okay. Worry about your healing. Worry about your health. Worry about, listen, if you have fibroids, this ain't the time to go walking around with bad reproductive health. You need to be here 100%. Okay. Get your body healthy. I'm having a masterclass free tomorrow. Free masterclass. Elevate your menstrual cycle. Click the link in my bio. Go ahead and jump in that. Okay. Register for that. Love you guys. Bye.